Well, I chose USC for my PhD because I was interested in the McKissick Museum Management Program, and I had an interview with Dr. Burgess over in that program, and told her that I have a degree in English literature. I'm also very much interested in library information science, and so she said, "There's this awesome new fellowship." That's being offered through SLIS. You might want to go and check it out. And so I met with Dr. Samantha Hastings, found out about this fantastic program, and it was all about looking at convergence issues between libraries, archives, and museums. So I applied for the CHILL program, which stands for Cultural Heritage Informatics Leadership Librarian, and got accepted, and that's why I ended up attending the SLIS program at USC. What I learned when I got here is that I can do anything. So that was a sort of a personal lesson that I learned. Another thing that I learned is I had no idea the power of this particular field. I think a lot of people still have a lot of misconceptions about what it means to be in a program called Library and Information Science. So I learned a lot about the difference in our field between L and I. So thinking about traditional library and information science field, but also thinking about the information science part of it. The professor that had the greatest impact on my studies here is Dr. Robert Williams. He very recently passed away. We called him Dr. Bob. He was a brilliant man. I took him for a seminar course. And what I loved about Dr. Bob is that he was just so brilliant. He helped me kind of really understand a lot of the fundamental concepts of our field, but also he was really funny and he told a lot of really great stories. And he encouraged me a lot in my own work. And so after I took his class, he would allow me to come to his office and like hang out in the hallway and talk, and really kind of forced me to think very critically about my own work. So he's the one who's had, I think, the greatest impact on me in the program. What I'm most proud of doing in the program is somehow I feel very fortunate that I have been able to kind of carve out a place for myself, both on the state level but also on the national level, representing USC in a number of different ways. One year I was able to attend IFLA in Switzerland representing USC. That was a fantastic experience. A few months ago, I was invited to attend a preview for the new Smithsonian African American History and Culture Museum in DC, so that was fantastic. So I went there also representing the University of South Carolina. I've been able to publish a good bit, multiple articles, lots of book chapters, and just been able to kind of help people understand what it means to be a cultural heritage informatics leadership librarian. I think the most important thing that a prospective student should know is, first of all, we have new leadership. So we have brand new leadership by Dr. Lankus. I think everyone is really excited to have him here. He's a known person in our field, has a great following. I think that it's a wonderful opportunity for students to be able to come here to be under his leadership. I also think that we often talk amongst ourselves about how fortunate we are. I think we are one of the programs here at USC who has so much support. I think all of the faculty members at SLIS are so warm and so engaging. The door's always open. You can always email. They're always just a really warm, friendly bunch, and I feel like it's a true sort of family. And I think that I've heard a lot of sort of nightmare stories from other students attending other universities that they don't have that level of camaraderie and just kind of mutual respect. So I think that's one of the best things that I could tell a prospective student is that if you attend SLIS, that you will definitely find a sense of family and community here. Wow. So what is next for me? I feel kind of almost overwhelmed, but in a good way about what is next for me. I'm working on my manuscript for a book. I have a couple more chapters that I'm writing for other publications. I was recently invited to work with the American Alliance of Museums on a national project. I have two or three other national projects that I'm also completing. I also work here locally at the Columbia Museum of Art as a curator. And so I'll be continuing my work there as a curator and also as an inclusion, cultural heritage inclusion specialist. So that's just like what I know of in the next year. So I'm not even really sure what's going to happen next year, but I have a lot of really cool things that I'm working on. So I'm very excited about that.